What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here with the new film Mary Queen of Scots, coming out this week. Since the film also stars Margot Robbie, who's probably one of the most gorgeous actresses in the world, I decided to do my top 5 favorite Margot Robbie movies. Because, I have to do a top 5 because, to be honest, Margot Robbie haven't had 10 enough films for me to, qualify to do a top 10 of. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to do a top 10 of hers. But right now I'll just do top 5 because I'm a big fan of Margot Robbie. I think she's a really tremendous actress. She's of course an Oscar-nominated actress, well deserved too. So that being said, here's my favorite Margot Robbie films. Okay, coming in at number 5 will be the film Goodbye Christopher Robin. Now this movie was released last year, and it's actually a film about Winnie the Pooh author A.A. Milne and his relationship with his son that pretty much inspired him to do Winnie the Pooh. This movie was really good. It was really well done. There was some intense scenes in this, I won't say up front, but it's a really good film. I really like the chemistry between mine and the kid. And the kid's name, by the way, is Christopher Robin. So that's how the character of Christopher Robin was born. And the actor who plays the lead is Domhnall Gleeson, who's an amazing actor. He worked with Margot Robbie a couple of times actually. He has a pretty good chemistry with her, and they pretty much play off each other well. In this, Margot Robbie plays the wife and mother in this, and Margot Robbie was terrific. Gleeson was pretty good. Also, Kelly McDonough, she was amazing. I think she should have at least gotten a Oscar nomination for her performance in this because Kelly McDonough was that good in this movie. If you guys still haven't had a chance to check out Goodbye Christopher Robin yet, give it a go because it's really good. And it really went on in depth of how Pooh was created and how the other characters was born. Really good little film. All right, coming in at number 4 would be the film Focus. Now, this film was released in 2016 and paired Will Smith and Margot Robbie, who, of course, worked together on another film. Yeah, I'm going to talk about later. The film is directed by Glenn Firecka, I think that's how you pronounce the last name, and John Recca. And in this, Will Smith plays the role of Nicky, who's a veteran con artist who takes a novice named Jess, played by Margot Robbie, under his wing. And he ends up teaching her the tricks of the trade, and the pair also become romantically involved. And things go haywire, and it's actually like a heist romance film, if you want to call it that way. This is a completely underrated film. It got released in 2016, and no, not 2016, 2015. My bad. And I gotta say, the film doesn't really get talked about as much. It's a really good film. Will Smith and Margot Robbie both play off each other well here. You also have some other good supporting players in this one. You got Rodrigo Santoro, Gerald McRaney, some good players. And yeah, the film didn't really do all that well either. So sad too, because it's a really good little film. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out Focus, I highly recommend it. It's not great or anything like that, but it's still a pretty decent film with Robbie being really awesome in it. All right, coming in at number 3 will be the film I, Tonya. Now, this was the movie that scored Margot Robbie her Oscar nomination, and of course, she plays the role of controversial figure skier Tina Hardy. And of course, you had Allison Janney, who won her Oscar for this film. Allison Janney was amazing in this. Sebastian Stan actually played Robbie's husband. Sebastian Stan was really good in this film as well. Too bad they didn't get give Sebastian Stan a Oscar nomination because he was actually that good here. And Margot Robbie, I thought she probably definitely gave one of her best performances of her career as the role of Tyler Hardy. She really embodied the role. I mean, Tyler Hardy was not a good person. Let's show that out there. She was not really a likable or good person. But Margot Robbie still played that role perfectly. And I gotta say, she bet she didn't win her Oscar, but I'm at least happy she got nominated because she was that good as Tyler Hardy. All right. Coming in at number 2 is going to be controversial. Coming in at number 2 is Suicide Squad. Now, this starred Margot Robbie as the role of Harley Quinn. I don't care what anyone says. Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn was awesome. She really played that role perfectly. Now, I thought her as Harley Quinn was a scene still. Like, she stole loads of scenes in that. And I also really liked the chemistry she had with the Joker, played by Jared Leto. This one also had Will Smith in it, so Suicide Squad technically was the first film that Will Smith and Margot Robbie worked together on. They, of course, did Focus, which I just mentioned. You even had Viola Davis was incredible in this as Amanda Waller. Pretty good supporting players. Carl Delving was also in this, but I will admit up front, even though I liked the movie, the villain in this, played by Carl Delving, was horrible. I'm going to say that right now. Despite me liking this movie, Carl Delving as the villain in this was not good. I mean, I think they should have gotten like a better villain for Suicide Squad. I mean, she probably would have been good as a side villain, but as a main villain, I just thought it was just a bland villain. But yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to see Margot Robbie play the role again in that Gotham City Sirens, which comes out in 2020. I'm actually really looking forward to check that one out. And she'll be playing Harley Quinn again and a few other stuff. I believe she's probably going to return for Suicide Squad 2, if I'm not mistaken. But, I mean, it's a really good role for her, and yeah. Alright, coming in at number 1 will actually be the film that, I guess you could say, put Margot Robbie on the map, and that would be the Martin Scorsese film, Wolf of Wall Street. Now, this film starred Leonardo DiCaprio and Jonah Hill, Matthew McConaughey. Pretty good ensemble. And Margot Robbie, her New York accent was perfect here. Now, this was actually the film that made me sort of crush on Margot Robbie a little, for obvious reasons. I mean, Margot Robbie I thought she was terrific in this movie. Now, granted, she didn't really have like much to do. She mainly played like the wife of Leo DiCaprio, but her part here was amazing. Now, kind of like how I said how Tyler Harding was not a likable person. In Wolf of Wall Street, let's get out of the way. Jordan Belfort was not also a likable person. He was pretty much a crook, and he was kind of a con artist, really. But they really played off that character. But Leo DiCaprio played off that character really well, and Scorsese did an amazing job. I mean, this film is the last film you want to watch with anyone. I mean, especially your parents. You would not want to watch this movie with your parents. There's some risque stuff that happens in this film, and some of the risque stuff happened with Margot Robbie. Especially that scene, I'm not going to go into much details, but that scene with Leo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie with that pink dress Margot Robbie has. If you guys seen the movie, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into much details and all, but if you've seen Wolf of Wall Street, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I really love Wolf of Wall Street, and Margot Robbie, she was a dynamite in this. And also, I'm looking forward to see her and Leo DiCaprio reteam together again in that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where Margot Robbie plays Sharon Tate. I'm actually really stoked for that film. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my top 5 Margot Robbie movies. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 5, Goodbye Christopher Robin. 4, Focus. 3, I, Tanya. 2, Suicide Squad. 1, Wolf of Wall Street. Now, she's been in loads of other stuff they probably could have added, but most of the stuff she's also been in has been more smaller parts, so that's kind of why, on my list. She was recently seen in Terminal, which was horrible. She was good. She was good in it, but the film was not that good. She was actually pretty solid in Legend of Tarzan, but that was just okay. About Time, she had a small part in, which also had Domino Gleeson. Speaking of Domino Gleeson, they also worked together on Peter Rabbit, most recent. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, which was from the same directors of Focus. Z for Zahara with Chris Pine and Chiwetel Ejiofor. She was pretty good in. Cannot wait for Gotham City Sirens, by the way. She's also playing Barbie in an upcoming film. That should be interesting. She has a few other stuff coming out in the next couple of years too. So Margot Robbie's going to be around for a while, and well deserved. She's a wonderful actress, and hopefully one of these days she'll win an Oscar. And I'm actually really looking forward to see her in Mary Queen of Scots. She looks awesome in this film, by the way. But yeah, let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Margot Robbie movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.